Welcome to the Soapbox Sessions. Imagine this, an open and free internet where voices are never silenced, where causes aren't shadow banned, and where no one can be deplatformed. It's real, it's here, and it's happening on Nostr. So what exactly is Nostr? It's a worldwide community of everyday people working to decentralize the internet. On Nostr, you can build websites, communities, social networks, apps, and more. One login works everywhere, you own it, and no one can take it away. No more juggling dozens of platforms, chasing audiences, or managing a giant password list. And the cherry on top? Nostr allows for built-in digital payments that can come from anywhere in the world. On Nostr, value flows as freely as ideas. We're hooked on decentralizing the web, and we think you will be too. So now, let's hear from your hosts, Derek Ross and Heather Larson, who are working to grow Nostr one vibe at a time.
Welcome back to Soapbox Sessions. Today is December 18th, 2025, and we're here with your weekly dose of all things decentralized social and AI. Soapbox Sessions is our soapbox about what's new, what's cool, and what's coming. We want to make it easy to understand and keep up with everything happening in the decentralized world of social communication and AI as we work to rebuild the internet.
What's up, Derek?
Hi, Heather.
Happy New Year.
We are back. Happy New Year. Well,
we made it.
Not yet. Happy New Year for our listeners. We're recording a little early so we can spend some time in holiday cheer and we can get a timely episode out for you guys. So for those of you listening right now, yes, Happy New Year. I hope your new year is started off with a bang. I hope it was fun last night.
I'm hoping not too hungover. I'll probably listen to this at 6 p.m.
Yeah, you have a lot of food to eat today. So
there you go. A lot of leftovers.
The holidays are about family, but also about eating, gaining weight, and drinking, and then being hungover, and then be like, why did I do that?
I'll do the family thing, but not the rest of that. Gonna eat healthy.
No, it's about spending time with loved ones. Come on now, it's about spending.
Yes, it's about watching the kids go crazy on sugar. They can eat all the junk food for me, and they do.
Yeah.
Actually, the kids aren't too bad. My niece and nephew eat pretty well.
New Year's Eve parties were always fun. I always enjoyed celebrating, ringing in the new year with friends and family. We usually have a New Year's Eve party at my house, so I'm looking forward to that.
Chill.
If we don't have one, we'll go to our friends.
Yeah, something small, intimate.
It's an excuse to get together.
It is.
I like to hang out with people, so it's an excuse to get together. I like it.
Yeah, I like to people. I'm gonna chill. Do yoga and chill.
Do yoga and chill? You could do a New Year's yoga stream.
Exactly. It could. Get on Hive Talk and just spontaneously get everybody doing some iterating for the new year, some manifesting, some yoga, some chill. You can have a chill.
I don't know anything about yoga. I know there's a position called downward dog. No, I never have. I don't know anything about yoga. I know there's like mats and like bending over and stretching. Like that's it. I don't know anything about it.
I think you could benefit from yoga. It would de-stress you. I mean, you sit at a keyboard a lot. You gotta, expand, open the chest. You gotta get.
I go for a walk.
You're a walker. You're good at that. So yeah,
I went for a walk. I went for a walk today. I used to run before I got old man knees, but
old man knees.
I used to run every day, and then I tore my meniscus a year ago, and I haven't ran since.
Oh wow!
So that's a shame. I miss running. Running was fun.
Yeah, I wish you a healthy meniscus in 2026. Maybe you can run again.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I don't think I'll ever run again, but I want to walk. Damn it! So.
Yeah, walking is good. I like to do the walkster myself every day. A little bit of walking.
Even
if it's just around the neighborhood.
Fresh air, little sun.
Fresh air. Use my Runster app.
Good for you.
And then, I'm also obsessed with my standing desk and my walking pad. So I walk while I work as much as I can. Little indoor walk.
When I used to mine the Fiat, there were several people in my office that had standing desks, and My favorite story is there was a woman that was about 10 years older than me. She retired a couple years ago, but she was an 80s child and she loved to dance to like 80s hair bands music, which, that's cool. And the one time she was really getting into dancing while
No.
she was a programmer. So she was dancing and like at her desk while she was hacking away at code. And I pulled out my phone and I walked over and stood behind her and started dancing behind her with my hands up in the air, filming like with my phone and taking a video of the two of us. And she didn't know I did it. And then everyone starts laughing and she turns around and I hurry up and sat down and she's like, what? You guys laughing at me dancing? Then I sent her the video and she starts dying laughing. She's like, oh my God, I need to send this to my husband right now. The good times and good times.
That's awesome.
Yes, it was fun.
Yeah, you
I won't be
got
able to do
loose. You
that
got to make your
anymore.
work day healthier. It's a healthier work day. The standing, the walking. I don't know. I feel more energetic when I stand or do the walking.
Yeah, no, I agree. Standing, walking, burning some calories, getting a little bit of exercise is good for you. Makes the it makes the workday better. It makes it
Mhm.
not as monotonous. It breaks things up, but also it rejuvenates you. It gives you some energy.
Mhm.
Like in that runner's high, that endorphins, that people talk about, you actually do get
Oh
that.
yeah.
So if you're
Yeah.
feeling kind of down and tired and kind of lazy and just like, ugh, you get up, you move around a little bit, you get the blood flowing, you get the blood pumping, and
Mhm.
then boom, you have this burst of energy, and now you're ready to start working again.
Exactly. It's more fun that way.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Anyways,
yeah. Highly
anyways,
recommend.
apparently come to yoga sessions to learn about health. Come to soapbox sessions to learn about everything else.
Yes, I'll never miss an opportunity to shill some yoga. Go. Everybody should do yoga. At the end.
So let's kick off this new 2026 year, the year of the builder. I think 2026 will
Oh.
be.
Oh.
Yeah, because last year in 2025, we saw AI first development and vibe coding kind of
Mhm.
go mainstream.
Yeah.
And the state of current models, it's only getting better. And once these
True.
current expensive models in 6 months hit everybody, where everybody can do it cheaply,
Ooh.
more cost effectively, I think the year of the builder is going to explode 4 to 6 months from now. I think it really is. And I think with what we're doing at Soapbox, the changes that we have in the pipeline, the upcoming releases, I think that we're ready for it.
Yeah, everyone
It's
can
going to
be a
happen.
builder now. People like me who can't do a single line of code, right? We can build anything now by using something like Shakespeare, and it's also accessible. I think the majority of society doesn't even realize what they can build, and that all this technology is out there for
No.
at your fingertips, basically.
So, Heather, my son, he's 16
Mhm.
and he's done a tiny bit of vibe coding here and there. Never really built a whole lot. He built a couple RPG apps just playing around kind of.
Cool.
But he had an opportunity this past week in school to do a history project, a US history project. And I guess they were allowed to pick the medium how they wanted to present it or create it on. And he said he wanted to do it with vibe coding. He said he wanted to build a website. He wanted to
Of
build
course,
a
your son would. Yeah.
and yeah, of course my son would do that. So of course I hook him up with the world's most capable model, Claude Opus 4.5, that makes
Course. Of
anybody be and anybody can be a developer with this model. And um
even me.
let me just brag for a second. So this is a 16-year
Okay.
old that has only made three vibe coded apps before.
Okay.
He made a US history app and his teacher sends my wife and I an email after getting his project. It says,
Teacher email.
yeah, so at first I'm like, "Oh god, the teacher thinks he cheated because the website, like, obviously a 16-year-old can't make this." That is the first thought that went through my head is like
Oh.
plagiarism, failed, like I'm gonna have to go
Mhm.
talk to a principal type thing. The
Oh.
teacher didn't understand what vibe coding meant, so I'm kinda scared. This is what it says. This is an update for Logan's progress. This week, as you know, he completed a website as part of the Old West timeline assignment. To say the least, the website was incredible. The work ethic, creativity, and drive that Logan illustrated with this assignment was out of this world. I can honestly say that this is one of the best assignments I have ever had turned in during my 27-year career. Due to the outstanding effort shown on this assignment, Logan received bonus points and will be exempt from a few assignments as a token of my appreciation and his tremendous contribution to our classes. I shared the site with multiple classes with his permission. Currently, he has a 90% in US2 and is all caught up in his work. There will be no further assignments till after the break. Thank you for your continued cooperation. So
Yeah.
I was blown away. I was blown away. Now I was checking up on him every so often, checking on his progress, seeing if he has any questions. So I got to
Mhm.
watch the app evolve. And let me tell you, like he actually worked on it for 3 to 4 hours. He worked
Wow.
on it for a long time. And it's actually really good. It's a really good teaching tool. He has a timeline on there of events. He has all sorts of different Old West American history uh, people to explore, tons of photographs. You can click on the different events or the different people throughout history and
Cool.
learn more about them. And there's a paragraph or two, and there's an interactive map, and then he even has a history quiz where you can take a quiz and get graded. Like, it's actually really good.
That's
And
awesome.
I was watching him build this, and he was researching, what sections to put. The 2 dozen different, events and 2 dozen different people from history. Like, he went out and he found them, and he found
Mhm.
photographs and imagery to use the content, and he put it all in there. So he
He
did a
did the
lot of the
work.
legwork.
Yeah.
The website, yeah,
He
like he
knew how to
did.
present the information.
Claude made it beautiful. Oh, but it's a good looking site. And I'm kind of worried. And I'm like, I told him this today. I was like, dude, I'm super proud of you. Here's an email I got from your teacher. And he was ecstatic. He was stoked. So I said to him, I said, does your teacher, like, he's been teaching for 27 years. It's, so he's 50s. Like, I said, does he understand like what vibe coding means? Did you tell him that like an AI was gonna, like do like a lot of the work? And he said, yeah, he fully understands it. He knows what it is. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
um,
You know,
Logan, I was trying to think. He needed a place to deploy his code, right? So I said to him, I said, you know how to use GitHub, kind of like, you know what GitHub is. You have a GitHub account. We used it before for one of your games.
awesome.
I said, you need to sync your code to GitHub, and then I want you to deploy, use GitHub deploy. And he's like, I don't know how to do that. I said, well, here's the cool thing.
Yeah.
You can literally ask your AI, and you can say, I want to deploy to GitHub. I don't know how to do that. How can I do that? And it will tell you everything. So it made the
Ooh.
deploy worker script. It told him,
So
all the commands he had to type in. And then it told him the steps to do on the UI to go in and enable it for that web page. He did it 100% all himself. I heard him cheer and like, he's like, yeah, dad, I did it. And I turn around. I'm like,
so
what,
cute.
what? And he figured it all out. Like, so
You didn't have to help
AI is
him.
just a fucking tool. I didn't have to help him. I was so proud that he did that.
And he
I mean,
learned
Claude
from it.
Opus did it, but like, but he
Yeah.
did it with the assistance of AI.
I think that is the
Yeah.
way it's supposed to
So
be. It's supposed to be
that
a tool that
super
augments
cool.
your learning, helps my niece is in college. She's 23. She had a different experience with AI where her teacher asked, it was part of an assignment, a writing assignment, for them to use AI. And my niece decided to take a stand and she was going to refuse to use AI. And she explained that she thinks AI is boiling the oceans and it's taking people's jobs. She has a very negative view of AI, very non technical, very mainstream view of AI. And so the teacher actually appreciated her answer and that she would, stand up to fight against AI and stand up for her beliefs. And this is a conversation we had months ago, so it was probably when I first started working at Soapbox. And I like to pick the kids' brains and see, what Gen Z thinks of what old Aunt Heather does for a living. But it's interesting, the different point of views where like one kid is in high school and gets it, uses the tools, is using it for learning, doing the research, but like presenting the information and having AI help him. And then the other kid is in Gen Z. You've got a Gen Alpha, I've got a Gen Z, and Gen Z is like, oh my god, AI is the devil. And then I'm old and we're the same age. We're the same age now. You had your birthday. So and here we
For
are
now.
where
For now.
I look at my niece's attitude about AI and I think, she's a little young. She doesn't know what it's like to do manual crap work, to where the point, like, you and I are excited, like, oh God, we don't have to do that anymore. Like the AI can do that for me. Like I don't have to do like super manual labor anymore. I can have the AI do a lot of dumb stuff for me. And so I don't like, sometimes it's
Yeah.
stuff that maybe I wouldn't
AI
spend
is
time on
just a
this in my
tool.
workday, but I can now. Like I can go on a little side quest for like 2 minutes where like, before, if I didn't have AI to help me with my side quests, I'm going to waste a whole bunch of time. But now I can waste
For
two
my
minutes and move on.
multitasking brain, like AI is amazing for my multitasking brain. Like for, you know, 20 years in the workforce, or 25 or however old I am now. Yeah. So all the time, always, I've always needed to do multiple tasks at once. So being
Mm,
like a you know, systems administrator, tech support, yada 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 over the years, it's been great because I can solve and work on multiple problems at once. And like
mhm.
now I can have like AI do that. I can have multiple AIs
Yeah.
running, all solving different problems and working on like 6 projects at once. And my brain is just like, I love this. This is so cool.
Yeah. I'll just have Shakespeare
Oh, it
running in the
works so
background.
well.
Someone asked me today, well, how much time did you spend making this app? And I said, I don't know. I didn't keep track because I would prompt Shakespeare, then I would go away, go back to work. I'm writing a blog.
You go do
And then
something else while it's working, right?
yeah. And then after a while, I remember, oh, I was making something in Shakespeare. I go back and I prompt it again. So like they want to know how long an app takes. I'm like, I don't know, because I don't sit
Oh.
and like invest my time in it. I build apps all day in the background and then, do other work. And
You know
that's just
what?
ideal.
We need Quilly to pop up and be like, "Pardon me, ma'am.
I
Your
need a bell.
project is done."
Ma'am, you forgot about your
Yeah,
project.
we need a
Come
bell.
back to it. I do need a bell. I've asked
Yeah,
for the
no,
bell
I
many
think
times
that's actually an interesting idea,
because you
and
forget that
it's
you're
a
building
feature you can
something.
turn. Maybe you opt out of the bell, right? By default, the
Yeah.
bell is turned off, and you go to user preferences, and you can turn the bell on.
I need the bell. I can be
That's a
trained.
feature that I could easily vibe. I'm gonna do that
you know.
later.
And then there's other times when I've been so obsessively into something I'm building and I can't stop thinking about it. I'm just like looking at Shakespeare the whole time, like,
Mhm.
come on, hurry up, so I can prompt the next prompt. So it kind of depends on the mood I'm in and what I'm making and how into it.
I think a lot of people are like that, and
Mhm.
you want it to be bigger, better, stronger, faster, and if you think about it, it's still weeks faster
I know every time
anything else because
I get
we're in
mad
the
at it for
throwaway
being,
code age.
yeah. When I sit there and get impatient and think it's slow, I remind myself, are you going to do this work?
There was
No,
a
you're not. You're going
conversation
to sit here and wait.
there was a conversation that happened on Nostr earlier today where somebody said, hey, what's the website called that does this? I don't remember what it was, but somebody was looking for something specific. We know that this Noster app exists, but we don't remember what it's called.
Oh, I've
So
done that.
we could spend the next 20 minutes trying to figure out what the name of it is, searching through old notes, old posts, trying to describe it, asking if anyone's heard
God,
about it, or you could
Nostr
spend
search.
5 minutes and vibe code it yourself.
There you go.
Like that's the state of that's the state of the internet right now. If you don't remember what the name of an app is, you just go build it yourself in 5 minutes. Like that's
Yeah.
insane.
So name your app something catchy, or just make it yourself. Make any. You can make anything yourself now.
Yeah.
Today, I had Shakespeare make a CRM. I had Shakespeare make a ClickUp clone.
Nice.
Shakespeare go. Yeah, and it's just sometimes I tried to make a LinkedIn clone that did not go very well, but I don't think Nostr people are gonna like LinkedIn anyway. Nobody does. Who likes LinkedIn? Nobody actually wants that app. But like, what would we do if we had
Well,
a career
there are people
networking
that
app?
want to put business attributes in their profile. So
Yeah,
that's
so I
so you
mean,
just need you need a second profile because not everybody wants it in kind
ooh,
0. So that's all you
ooh,
would need, right? It would call it we'll
mm,
call it kind
I like it.
00, like, right? Like kind 00, and kind
Make it.
00 is your business profile.
Build it. See,
It
if
has
if
all the
Derek
same
builds an app,
attributes of kind 0, but then it adds the business attributes in it too.
we could each build our own
That
version
way
of
apps,
LinkedIn.
'cause you would, and then I'm picturing you click on the personal profile and then they have their business profile if they want to enable it, right? They don't
Like a
have to
little
enable it, but if
toggle,
they
like,
did, they chose to, it would be, yeah, yeah. Like if I'm doxxed, I use my real name. So if I want to put my education and school and all that, businesses I've worked all out there, I could enable my business profile and like Veter and Amethyst or Will and Damas and Note Deck, and Alex with Ditto, somebody can add these business profiles as a toggle, and you click the toggle when you visit my profile to see my business attributes. Like we don't have to keep blowing up and expanding uh
the
kind
amount of apps.
0.
Ah,
Well, now I'm
there's an
also
idea.
thinking, oh yeah,
Am I nerd sniping you
because
yet?
not, but then no, now I'm wondering if that's
His brain's
stupid
going.
and if we
The
should
wheels
just
are turning.
well, see, I'm thinking out loud, and now I'm wondering if that's stupid, and this should all just be added to kind 0, and then if a client wants to show it, a client can show it.
This is very nerdy.
Yeah,
This
I
is
think
very like
that's probably the better way.
Nostr development inner workings. But yeah, the point being is like you can make
Yeah.
anything with Shakespeare. You can build anything with AI now. Build anything with these tools, and it's just oh, you know who made something cool the other
So
day?
I know why you would do. I'm going to think about this for a while. You know the reason that you don't want to
You
do
gotta
it
lose
on
sleep.
kind 0, because if you update your profile on an app that doesn't support those attributes, you would wipe them all out and delete them.
We don't want that.
So it needs to
No.
be a separate event. Because like let's say I'm using Amethyst, and then I go to LinkedInster, and after I saved my profile on Amethyst, all the
LinkedInster.
LinkedInster data would be gone. So
Oh yeah, we don't want that.
LinkedInster, yeah, okay, cool. All right, we can move on now. Nerd Snipe is complete. I've
My
now thought about
God.
how this works.
This is how we are all the time. This is bad. But you know who made a
It
cool app
is.
this week?
It's
I
a.
want to give a shout out. Man like Quex made. Did you see the
I've
cool app?
seen so many.
I know. Well,
I've
that's your job.
I've seen like a dozen cool apps. Man Like
That's true.
Quex was the first one, the first cool app I did see. I played it. I played his
Yeah,
game and
I
I
did
listened to some
too.
of his tunes.
Yeah, he made a game. It was like Atari Space Invaders, and you could play the game. Okay, throw down some sats, play the game, and his music plays the whole time you're playing. So it's like the ultimate marketing tool. I love it. Have
Yeah,
some
he
fun,
made
listen
that
to
on
some music.
Shakespeare.
I know.
We'll
That's just
we'll
you.
put the app URL in the show notes, so those of you
Of
listening
course.
later, you can check it out and play
Oh
his
yeah.
game.
Yeah, you can play the game, and that's just fun. Give the fans a little game and some music at the same time. And he spreads his Bitcoin message from Tanzania to the world.
I saw Ben Weeks he's been working on a Space Invaders game since
Ooh,
well before BitFest, and
ooh,
they launched their Gamester app at BitFest, and I didn't play Space Invaders then. I played the other one this past week. I think maybe it's more final or production ready to officially launch,
ooh.
and I played it this week. It's pretty good. Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed playing it.
This is cool. You can make a game.
Um,
You can make a kid,
yeah,
high school
yeah.
project.
Well, that goes along with build anything, right? Like you can use
Build anything.
Shakespeare to build business websites. As I was talking about last episode, I was building small, medium business restaurant websites. Now we have people building games, like apps, games. We have people building all sorts of really cool things. Last week at Bitcoin Plus Plus in Taipei, we saw some really cool apps launched from there. Chad
But yeah,
built this app called Mi dot
me.
Shakespeare dot WTF, and it is a Nostr event aggregator that will download all of your events and save them locally, and then you can
It's a
download them as a
backup.
file if you would like. Yeah, it's a backup.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a
You can
better word.
download
Yeah,
your
it's a
data.
backup, thank you.
There
Download
you
your
go.
data directly from me, and then you can save it on your phone, or it just lives and stays in the Me app in your browser storage, but you can download it to a file, and then later you could visit Me and then import it if you needed to do that for some reason. You could import
That's
all your
cool.
data, like if I don't know, you deleted stuff or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's really
There's
neat. I like it.
we're seeing a range of apps. It seems like it goes in spurts, people will make games for a while and then, people will make video apps and it's just wild to see the ideas coming through because you can literally tell a machine to bring your idea to life in minutes and see if it's possible or what it looks like or what you do and don't like. We're just speaking things into existence using AI. And it just doesn't seem like anything's off limits now. It's just if I can't do something, I'll just call Derek. How do I do this?
It
Just call a friend, call a
Bitcoin
dev.
Plus Plus. Well, at
Yeah.
Bitcoin Plus Plus in Taipei, they made a neat conference app. Making it easier for people to connect and find lunch buddies. So
That
when you
was
go to conferences,
nifty.
it, it's always usually you find people to go to dinner with or lunch with and whatnot. Um, So they made an app through Shakespeare, they made an app where you would go and say, "Hey, I'm looking for a lunch buddy," essentially. "This is the restaurant I'm going to. Who wants to come?" Like, really neat to be able to find, your friends, and if you don't have, like, a side group chat made for the event, then you can just use that app. So I thought that was kinda
I'm kind of waiting for somebody to come along with like some big idea that they're like, yes, this is awesome. People are gonna want this. I'm gonna charge money for it. I'm gonna live the American dream and build
Yeah,
the next great app. I'm waiting for that
the
person to
open
come.
source way is to not charge money. Like, I don't know if I've seen an app launch on Nostr that someone was like, "Okay, here's something cool, and you're gonna have to pay for it." It's all been free.
Yeah,
It's the open
it's a
source
free and
way.
open source.
That's
Well, we paid to play the Manly
yeah.
Quicks game. I paid 1,000
Sure,
sats so I could,
yeah,
play a
you
little
pay
game.
1,000 sats to listen to his music and play a game. The same as Space
Mhm.
Invaders, you have to zap some sats to play. So sure, I think a tiny little paywall like that is
Yeah,
perfectly fine.
it's like
I
no
like
different than
that. Like,
going to
for
the
example, like
arcade.
Chad, well, like Chad, for his, Me app, maybe he would charge you zap 1,000 sats to be able to download your backup, like $1.
Yeah,
Well, now it's
I
like
think in our
85 cents.
community,
Yeah,
like
or
we do
or
that sort of
yeah,
thing
whatever it
where
is,
like
but
you can
yeah,
build zaps into your app.
I like that.
Yeah, but
Build
yeah,
zaps in your
somebody's gonna
app.
come
No,
along with
I think that's really
some
cool.
genius idea. I think that'll be like or even if that's your path, you can at least make a proof of concept. You can make an MVP. I mean, you can make a minimum sort of thing, to help
So,
you go down that path too. I mean, there's so many possibilities.
the fact that vibe coding allows you to choose that path The fact that
Uh-huh.
Shakespeare is versatile to build pretty much any type of web app that you want to build, I think that's really powerful, and people are gonna start to realize that it's more than just a Nostr social app. Like, you can literally build any type of web app with Shakespeare.
Anything.
Actually,
Just.
I forgot about this one, Heather. I just saw this one
What?
today. Somebody built another game. It's a combination of, it has a little bit. It's a game, it's social,
Mhm.
and it requires people to gather. They build essentially
Ooh.
Pokemon Go for Bitcoin for local events.
That's cool.
All right. So, if you're familiar with Pokemon Go, you walk around your city, your town, you collect things. The same thing with this app. You walk around your city, your town, your region, whatever, and you collect things. Well, these creatures that you find have Bitcoin in them, and then you collect the
Ooh.
sats. So what you would do is you would build your local Pokemon game for wherever. I mean, you could do it for your house, so your kids
Mhm.
can run around your yard. You could do it for your local
That'd be
meetup.
fun.
You can do it for your whole town, your whole city. You can set the radius, how large or small you want the event to be in, and it publishes an event out there that has the geolocation of all of the sats, and people have to run around and run over top of them
That
with
makes
their
sense.
phone, kind of like Pokemon Go, and then you can collect the sats. So the event organizer has to spend the sats, and they're eventually putting them out there, and then somebody has to, collect them, and they
Ooh.
collect the sats. They can get the sats in their wallet. And to participate, you have to scan a QR code. So that makes people local you have to be local. You can't just anybody couldn't just participate. But
You
now
could use your
as I'm saying
geohash.
this, I'm like, okay, yeah, yeah. I'm wondering, security wise, if some bad hats out there would look at the event and realize that, well, they could publish this event and and do some bad things. So I'm gonna have to look at this
You were,
and talk to the
really into
people a little
your
bit.
you're into your security rabbit holes this week.
Well, I don't
Cut
want
off here.
people to think that, I don't want somebody to put 100,000 sats out there for their like
Okay.
meetup, for their meetup people to have fun, and then some asshole to go and snipe all the sats remotely. So I need to look at this event and see how it actually works in the app. I mean,
Nerd
maybe
snipe.
it's secure if it. Yeah, no, I'm gonna talk to them about that because we need to make this secure. We need to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do, so people can have fun and not get wrecked.
Yeah, when you build an app with Derek Ross on the watch, your apps will be secure. He's been on it this
Oh,
week.
I I have been on it this week. I've been working in the background, just and being sneaky, trying to make sure that apps are secure. It's something that I've
It's the Lord's work.
taken a part of recently. The Lord's
Yes, the Lord's work, keeping things.
praise Fiat Jeff.
Oh, we got to mention Dad on every podcast.
Well, you gotta please dad. You have to please dad. You gotta mention him. I wish Fiat Jeff the best in the new year. I hope all of his dreams come true. I don't know what he's working on right now, but I'm sure it's something awesome. I saw he put out some updates for Grasp recently. Grasp is his Git implementation, his Git server implementation. He had another update for Knack come out. Knack's a command line tool. So he's always scheming. He's always building.
Well, Dad's biggest dream is that we stop building apps that end in str.
And years ago, he also posted, "Hey guys, there's another color besides purple out there, right?" Like, because every app was like launching with purple is like
Yeah, we
the
love
app's
purple.
theme color.
We do love our purple
And
and
then I was
orange, and
yeah. So going along with the theme of Shakespeare can build anything, vibe coding can allow any idea to come to life. Nostr allows anything to be said, and Bitcoin
Uh-huh.
allows any type of money to, be transmitted, any type of transaction to be transacted. I think the recurring theme that we're talking about here is freedom, the
Yes.
freedom to do all of these things, right? The freedom to transact, the freedom to communicate, the freedom to build, the freedom to have your ideas be seen and heard. And I
Uh-huh.
think this freedom technology goes absolutely together with building anything. There isn't a better marriage of tools and protocols and technology stacks than what we have before us today.
True. And it works
And because
faster
of
than
this,
ever.
yeah, well, because of this, you and I have taken personal steps in our lives because we want to embrace freedom technology and we want to help foster it and do anything we can to help make sure as many people possible can experience it. So you left the fiat mines last year, I believe, or was it 2 years ago?
But I started
Yeah.
to I got a foot out the door about last Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving 2024, I started working in the Bitcoin mines. Was still in the fiat mines, but was looking to get out 100%. So I was about like 50% out. And then this year, I came on to work at Soapbox, and then I was able to finally leave the fiat mines completely. So it wasn't just like a part-time side pursuit because I was freelancing anyway. So to me, it wasn't hard to make the jump to make 100% of my freelance work be Bitcoin and Nostr and be totally open source and get out of the kind of all of those systems that are kind of old and dreary and closed and fiat. So, I'd started my first podcast, of Radio Detox, to talk about detoxing mostly music off of the fiat system, but other things as well. So it just kind of it became the interest, and over time, I've realized, oh, well, I could decentralize kind of everything. At different levels. There are different levels of freedom and decentralization, and what's right for you is right for you. And I realized I could, over time, I think even before I got here, even before I started working in Bitcoin, I had decentralized my healthcare and, gotten out of the healthcare system, for example. Now I'm at a stage of things where, okay, I work full time in the Bitcoin Nostr open source space. I don't do anything fiat for a living, unless somebody wants to pay me for yoga and dollars or whatever. But I'm at a stage now where I'm like, oh, I can decentralize like my fitness and yoga too. So that's been kind of a fascination of trying to figure out, well, these things have become just as centralized as anything else. Just as centralized as healthcare, just as centralized as music or podcasting or AI. Like
Various
pick a thing.
things
It's
trend that way over
centralized.
time.
Yeah, things get
Yeah, like it
consolidated
doesn't.
and
It, yeah, I mean, so
homogenous.
it's kind of like the natural way that things go. Some
Uh-huh.
companies fail, some companies succeed, and when one company is succeeding more than another, sometimes they buy them out,
Yeah, it's a
and
natural
now that company
thing.
grows. It's a
Yeah.
merger, and then eventually, like there's a funny South Park episode about this from like 20 years ago. There's the little pharmacy and then like the Walmart massive pharmacy.
Oh,
Everybody's all
yeah.
angry that the Walmart comes to town and puts the small pharmacy out of business. So everybody starts
Mhm.
shopping at the little pharmacy. This little pharmacy is doing great, starts growing, starts doing more business. They expand, they get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then over time, now all the citizens are all pissed that there's this massive store in their little town and,
Yeah.
and they riot and tear it down. And they're like, how'd we let that happen again? It's kind of the natural way of things. I guess it's a cycle, so we need to break the cycle.
It would be nice if we could break things that are really annoying. Like I have only two choices of internet, and neither are very good in the city where I live. And same thing for electricity. I have two choices, and neither are very good. And they're always going to raise their prices because where am I going to go?
Yeah.
is the Corporation Commission really
These
going to
little
prevent them from doing
duopolies
that?
exist everywhere.
Yeah, and so it's like, well, I may not be able to break down the internet or the electric company, but I can decentralize other things in my life, and I can stop eating fiat food. I mean, like, there's so many rabbit holes to go down, but I think the important one is that I believe in this enough to make this my full-time vocation, is that I'm gonna, bring my gift of marketing and talking to microphones and bring it to this space and do that. And then Derek caught the bug too. Managed to get Derek cleansed of the
Yeah.
fiat world, detoxed, if you
Yeah,
will,
we
off of the
talked
fiat
about that.
mines.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last episode a little bit, I
Yeah,
guess.
it was
And
breaking
you
news.
know, I've it was breaking news. Yeah. So
It was.
yeah, I did leave the fiat mine, and it's something that I wanted to do for a while because this is where my passion is. And Bitcoin and Nostr fueled that and facilitated that. And I would say that, Heather was right. Once you start decentralizing, one aspect of your life, you look into other ways to decentralize and other ways to opt out and other changes you can make. And one thing leads to another. And, you get so far down the rabbit hole, and then you're like, well, there's only one last barrier, one last wall to tear down, and here we are.
And
But I
then
think
everything in your house is made of tallow. I'm t-
I do have tallow soap that I wash my
oh,
body with
pretty.
every day, thanks to Soap Miner. He keeps me clean. Yeah, Soap Miner's a good
Someone
guy. I
has
would
to.
highly recommend everybody to check out
We
his
love
soap.
him.
This segment
He's great.
sponsored to you by Soap Miner.
Oh,
Uh,
we buy our own soap miners.
yeah,
Well,
no,
Derek
he's a
does
good
anyway.
person. He's a good guy, and his products are good. He has deodorant, he has lip balm, and
Oh, I didn't know he has
plenty of
deodorant.
fragrances of soap. You know,
Ooh, nice.
uh-huh. I've only used 3 of his fragrances of soap. He has like a dozen different fragrances now, but the OG kind, and that like literally doesn't smell like anything, so I don't really like that. I like a little bit of good stink when I'm cleaning myself.
What's
So
your
I
scent?
I use my scent is mint beef. Or I'm sorry, he doesn't call it mint beef. He I
That's an
wanted
in
him to
joke.
call it mint beef. Yeah, that's an in joke. No, his mint peppermint tallow is what he calls it. Peppermint tallow.
Ooh,
I like peppermint tallow. That's my well, I would say it's my favorite I've used out of like 3. I forget the florally one I tried. I can't remember what that's called. But yeah, I like the peppermint beef, or the mint beef slash peppermint tallow.
maybe.
I'm sorry. I've been
Ah,
calling it mint beef for like 6 months
I
or
know.
so. Like, I can't stop calling it that.
Yeah, it's one. I don't remember how it started, but it happens, and there's this conversation about mint beef all the time when you're talking about soap on Nostr. But yeah, it's you kind of get into
Mhm.
the Bitcoin
Well,
Nostr circular economy over time, and like, did you see there's a guy selling hot tubs on Nostr? By the way, the hot tub guy. His name is Snorkelcore.
yes, they just joined Nostr like 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, we've got hot
And it's
tubs
like
on Nostr.
they're like cedar, like wooden hot tubs.
Yeah,
Yeah. I was
that's so
excited for
cool.
that. I'm like, "Okay, I have a paver patio. Could I put a hot tub in the corner of it?
Like, that's a
Or
big
or
ticket
could I
item.
put it on my deck? Like, or
Yeah,
could I put it on my deck?" Yeah, I
Nostr,
might.
where
I could, I've bought honey, I've bought soap, I've bought, uh, clothes. What else have I bought on Nostr? I I'm sure there's something else I'm thinking of
you're Nostr
or forgetting
CEO, you have
about.
to buy
I've sold
all of the things.
yeah, I've bought paintings. Oh, that's right. I spent like 1,500
Oh,
or
yeah.
1.5 million sats, and I bought a painting from Isabella like a year ago.
Oh.
I've bought small paintings. I've bought magnets. I bought pins. One thing I've never bought, and I want to buy a wallet or something from Leathermint But those are like
Oh
$300
yeah.
wallets, and I'm not
Ooh.
I'm not fancy enough for that. One of these days, when I become fancy, I will buy a $300 wallet from
You're gonna
Leathermint.
become
But until
fancy.
then, I'll just enviously look at them.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I beat
yeah,
up
I will one of these
wallets. I
days.
have to buy a new wallet every 6 months. I don't know why I am like this. It's terrible. So I don't buy expensive ones.
I've had, hmm, let's see. I've and two for I know how many wallets I've had since I started dating my wife. I've had two. Um,
Really?
she bought me a yes, she bought me a Coach wallet that I had for 10 years. And then it just got beat up. Went through the wash a number of times. And then
Mm.
about 10 years ago, I got a Fossil wallet. So yeah, in the past like 21 years, I've had two wallets.
Dude, I go through like 2 every year at least. They get beat up, man. I
I
don't
don't know.
and like yeah.
They're leather. I
We're
don't know.
just
They're leather. They're
we're
good quality. They
That's
last.
nice.
But my current one is getting kind of beat up. It's 10 years. Like I said, it's 10 years old. It's time to be replaced. So maybe I will be fancy and buy a Leathermint wallet from him. I don't know. That's a lot of
Get
money. Like
fancy.
I don't know. My last wallet was like $100. But then again, that was 10 years ago. So how much is that after inflation? Probably
Well,
fucking
he
300.
he does have really, really nice, handmade products. So that's part of why they're so
Yeah,
expensive
yeah.
and they're real leather. So that's amazing. That's
Sure, sure. The quality looks amazing. They're handmade. And I don't mind paying a little bit extra money to support a circular economy and to support somebody that's
Mhm.
doing proof of work. So
It is
probably here in the
nice.
near future, I will buy a fancy wallet from Leathermint, and then Heather, when I see you next, I will show it off and brag about how I'm all fancy with my fancy wallet.
There we go. I'll take a little video of it. I'll overlay it in the next, podcast editing. I'll put
Yeah.
it in an
Well,
episode.
that all gets back to we have to build the world that we want to live in, and that
We
includes
do.
supporting other people that are building and creating. And that means zapping them. That means buying their products. That means participating in the circular economy,
And
making it a
finding
circular economy.
Yeah, finding the Bitcoin merchants in your neighborhood with the people who are taking payments via Square, via Cash App. I was always look when I'm in a business now because I'm just expecting Bitcoin payments to pop up everywhere. I'm just waiting for it.
You know,
2026
I
is going to be the
haven't
year.
looked I haven't looked recently. I wonder if I have any new in my small town.
Ooh, are you looking right now?
I was
Are you gonna look?
checking like every yeah, I am. I'm looking right
I'm
now.
gonna look too.
Breaking news,
If you're
maybe,
looking, I'm gonna look.
maybe.
We're gonna
Breaking
find
news.
out.
Do we have any new?
Did anybody? Because I look too from time to time. And so let's see, where's the button? All right,
Well, I will
Bitcoin, pay
say
with
that I
Bitcoin.
have no additional ones in my small town, but there
Oh, I have
are,
some new ones.
we do.
I bet you do. You just have
Fancy.
to. It looks like there are more. I don't
I
know
have,
if there are more. But see.
I still have
Let's
two
see.
in my
Well,
town.
I'm in Phoenix, so
I
they're
have
they're
the blue and white
popping up.
bottle shop. Wait a second. I have
There's
the
a
blue and
boba
white bottle
place
shop,
that wasn't there before.
and
Looks like
then I
it's
have a
Scottsdale.
bagel shop. So I can go
Ooh,
get some alcohol, and then I can go get a
eh,
bagel. Or
there's
get
a
a bagel and then go
um.
get alcohol.
Ooh,
Like, you can do
I
both.
found
Like,
one.
there's no wrong order here.
No, there's not.
Oh, you found
Those two
some?
can.
Cool.
Echo Coffee in Scottsdale. That's new. That wasn't there before. What is this one? That one was there before. Georgia's famous gyros. The Wrap Room premium vehicle wraps, and that's
Euro.
in Tempe. There's a lot in this area. There's a lot in the Phoenix area. Kiss Creations permanent makeup and tattoo removal. If you've done some time, maybe you've been in a gang that can saw it off your face with some lasers. Pay Bitcoin. There's a lot more. Let's see what else is in Scottsdale. What is this? Is this Skin Results? Scottsdale Road.
You know, there's
Accepts
an
Lightning payments.
orthodontist in the next town over that
Ooh,
accepts Bitcoin. So if I needed to get some teeth work done, I could go there and pay them in sats. That's pretty cool.
I want to go. I want to. There's
The
a couple
economy
coffee
is
shops
growing.
now. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is exciting. There's a whole
So
bunch now.
you know what I'm going to have to do, Heather, is I'm going to have to
Ooh,
scan Austin, Texas here in a few weeks and see what places are
ooh.
around Austin that take Bitcoin.
There's a CPR
Because
place.
I
I
will
need to get
be in
my CPR.
Austin.
That's right. You got a hackathon to go to. That you
I
go.
do
You're
have a
gonna.
hackathon
Are
to
you looking
go
at Austin
to.
right now? I see who takes Bitcoin.
Well, I'm trying to. I'm trying to.
You're trying to
I'm
move
trying
the
to.
map.
Can I search? Yeah.
I'm
I'm trying to move
excited.
the
There's
map.
so
Yeah. Okay.
many. Oh my god, this is
Ooh,
great.
there's a
I could do
lot in Austin.
CPR,
There's
tattoos.
so many in
That's a
Austin.
good Bitcoin area. I mean, that's Bitcoin country, man. That's so
Yeah.
okay, so
I can.
anything in the Dirty Six?
There's a
Anything in
saloon.
the saloon?
There's a cafe. There's a saloon. Oh yeah. There's a Saturn dealership, I guess. Um,
Ooh.
it says Saturn. There's 2
Saturn
places called
dealership.
Saturn. But
They don't
no,
make Saturns.
there's I'm gonna have to look to see where there's all sorts of places. Like Austin has tons of places that accept Bitcoin. Terry Black's barbecue. Oh, I see that on the map. I was there before. So,
Ooh,
anyways, I'm
didn't
gonna
we all
have to
eat there?
look into this and see like where I'm gonna be at in Austin, which I'm gonna be at Bitcoin Park. I've been to Bitcoin Park before.
Oh yeah, that's where I first met you.
Once,
It's where we first physically
once, yeah, I was at
IRL
Bitcoin
ran
Park
into
almost
each
a
other.
year ago.
Yeah.
It was like actually it might have been like a couple of days ago, a year ago. We were there. So I'm gonna be back here in a month. I will be back in Austin at Bitcoin Park
Yeah.
for an event called AI Hack for Freedom. It is where HRF and Bitcoin Park are putting together freedom fighters and activists and having them work with developers to solve real world problems for themselves. There's a hackathon with a total of one Bitcoin in prizes up for grabs. So
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to that. It will be fun. I love supporting activists because there are people on the ground that literally use Bitcoin and Nostr,
Mm,
freedom technology as tools to either better their lives or save the lives of others. And it's actually a beautiful mission to see these
yeah.
people and hear their stories. I was really moved when I first heard these in person, like a little over a year ago at an HRF event. So I'm really excited to be able to help these people get work done and help them do their jobs. So I'm looking forward to that. I will report back. There might be some other people from Soapbox participating. Hopefully
Yeah.
we can help as many. Like we're experienced devs, we're experienced vibe coders, experienced with AI. It would make sense to have us help them. So I'm looking forward to
Help
it.
some freedom fighters make some cool apps or websites and do it in a private way where they can't be tracked, because that's one thing that is very good about Shakespeare is that we're not tracking you. We are not looking into your machine. We don't want to see where you're located. We want you to be able to be private. You can pay in Bitcoin if you really want to be private. There are ways, and like I'm sure, like if you're a freedom activist, you probably think about these things a lot more than the average person thinks about privacy and security online, and your the internet trail that you leave. It's a different point of view when you're fighting power and you're fighting people that don't want you to
Yeah.
be free. It's dangerous. So that's anything you
But
guys can do to help that,
it's
man. That's
you
awesome.
know, when I was at Bitcoin, the Global Bitcoin Summit in 2024 at Bitcoin Park in Nashville, I got to meet dozens of freedom fighters from around the world, hear their stories. And it was just so touching and moving to hear them talk about using Bitcoin as a tool, where generally people in our circles use it as a tool, but it's more of say a savings tool
Yeah.
for us, you know, to hear them talk about using it as a tool to save lives essentially and preserve their wealth so
Hmm.
they are able to get out of countries and get people out of countries and to live. It was very moving and kind of
It's a
reaffirmed our mission.
It's a tool to fight dictatorship, and it is, we're using a suite of tools together that work together. AI works with Bitcoin, works with Nostr. All this giving you freedom of speech, giving you a way to do the work undetected by those who might harm you. These are vital things, and I've said this a lot of times. I'll say it again. There, I think, two distinct paths in Bitcoin. There's the finance bro number go up path, and then there's the tech bro. We build the apps path, and obviously you and I are the tech bros, and you know I think a lot of people think that Bitcoin is just about finance and number go up, and we can't forget that it is freeing people, it is keeping people safe, it is fighting things like like currencies that are dying in Zimbabwe or or Argentina, which is that's a mechanism when the currency is debased and the currency collapses. That is a mechanism for controlling people and ruining quality of life and keeping people down and having the wrong people come to power. So when people are like, well, why Bitcoin or Bitcoin bad, you can remind them that some lives actually depend on freedom technology and our ability to keep it going, not just deliver it, but keep it going for generations to come. There's
Yeah,
something bigger
there's
going
a
on out
wide
there.
variety of there's a wide variety of tools that freedom fighters need to be able to accomplish all of this, to be able to accomplish their job. At a recent event, they said that they need tools to help with coordination, to coordinate resources, people, time, so forth like that. They need communications. This gets back to like you talking about privacy. Like they need safe
Hmm.
communications,
Hmm.
but they also need analysis and research. They need ways to compile information, news monitoring, monitor what's going on in their region, monitor what's going on around the world. Then they also need money. They need funding. So they need to
Yeah.
search for grants. They need ways to easily compile information, search for grants. Then there's the stuff that we do, then they need the social media posts, the getting the information out there, communication. But then, they need to talk about money, proposals, budgets, all sorts of these types of things. Like it's very more involved than what a lot of us think. So
Yeah.
I think all in all, we have like communications the number one, but then data organization is probably number two, then finances, then human resources, people time, and then just organize like, personal affairs, things like that. If we can build these types of tools for them to accomplish some of these tasks, I think we'll have a win.
Yeah, people need to get around being unbanked or being
I'm
banned
looking
from our
forward to it.
financial system. People need to get around sanctions. There's just things that people need to get around in order to do their daily
Yeah.
operations. They might have a dictator who
And
wants
that's
to keep
hard.
them offline. It's
Well, I
hard,
think
but
that's hard
it's
to completely grasp and understand. Well, I mean, it's hard to grasp and understand if you've never experienced it. I've never experienced it.
exactly.
I would like to
Oh
say I
yeah.
understand, but obviously I don't.
No, we're very
I can
privileged.
try and be empathetic, but I don't think that I actually understand. Like
Yeah, we
I'm sure it'd be incredibly hard. So if we can do something to help, that
yeah.
that's
Nobody's
great.
nobody's
That's the
taken
mission.
me down. Like
Do what we
nobody's
can to facilitate freedom technology
yeah.
and to help people.
Nobody's tried to ban me for what I've said or unbanked me or tried to take me down for the work I'm doing. So I can't imagine what that must feel like and what you have to
Okay.
go through.
Eh,
It's insane.
Heather, for a year now, you've been calling me the Nostr CEO. So, as the official Nostr CEO, I hereby ban you from the Nostr. You have been
Oh wait,
banned.
not even the Nostr
You are not
CEO can ban me.
you are not
Nostr.
allowed to log in with your NSEC anymore.
Nobody's falling for that. He's teasing me because it's just not possible. It's just I'm always gonna have my Nostr. So and if you try to take
And
me
that's
down,
what's
I will make
cool.
another one. I would
That and
if I
that
if I
that's what's
were
cool. That's why Nostr is a good tool
yeah
for for freedom fighters. They cannot be taken down. They cannot be banned.
No, they cannot be, not through Nostr anyway. It will solve some problems. So, that's why we work on it, because we see the use case and we know there's people who need it. So we keep on keeping on, even if it's
Keep
hard
on
or
keeping on.
boring or whatever, we keep at it, because we know it's somebody somewhere in the world needs it. Even if the very overprivileged folks we know here in the United States seem to be doing just fine, there are definitely parts of the world where the balances of power might be shifting and people are in harm's way. And so that's, we get to help those people. That's awesome. So
That's
go
why we
hack for
build,
freedom.
Heather.
Go hack in
Hack for
Austin.
freedom.
Get them free, keep them free.
Hack the planet.
Hack the planet. That's a big job. I don't know. You don't have to do that. You don't have to go that far. Just start with the folks who need it. Who need it the most. And share it with. You can't keep it if you don't give it away. You got to give it away. Your expertise, I mean. Don't get any other ideas.
No, I am there to be a tool. I am there to help.
You are a
I'm there
tool,
to
my
help.
friend.
I'm excited.
You're a tool.
You know that? Yeah, I know I am. I am.
You walked into
No, no. See, there was a guy I used to work with. His name was Russ. And like 10 years ago in a meeting, he was a SQL admin, database administrator, DBA. And during the meeting, he's like, I am a tool. Put me to work. I am a tool. And like me and another guy look at each other. I'm like, listen, we may have called you that nickname before. But like,
Yes, you are.
No.
You're a tool, Derek Ross.
I
You're a
let you
tool.
have that one because I've used that joke on people before.
You let me have. That's going to be the episode title. You're a
I
tool.
let you. You know,
Eric's a
I have to
tool.
let you win from time to time.
You do. You know what? You throw me a bone now and then. He lets me win an argument now and then. We're like famous for our arguments now, because it's just we've been bickering for a while. We bicker like siblings.
That's
though.
why people listen.
It's all love.
Exactly.
Don't make fun of him,
People
though.
listen because they
my
love to
job.
hear us. They love to hear the bicker.
Just go at it. Just
Okay.
fisticuffs all the time. More in 2026. More fun.
So, do we have anything else to add to the show, or are we wrapping up the new year?
We're wrapping it up. People are still hungover, Derek. We don't want to hurt the brains. Like, let them have a restful.
Don't hurt the brains.
Nice slide into home for the new year. Just gently walk into 2026, but vibe code the whole way in. Code your 2026.
Vibe code. Yeah, vibe code your way through 2026. I think
vibe code a calendar.
That is how we will win. The more people we're seeing build, the more ideas we see come to fruition, the more fun we're going to have. So keep building through 2026. Build all of the things. Never stop building. Keep pushing freedom technology, and we'll be back.
Go freedom.